Saturday, February 20th, 2016. Started off as a normal day for 45-year-old Jason Dalton. He took the family's German Shepherd Mia for a walk, while Carol, his wife of 20 years, went out with her 15-year-old son and their 10-year-old daughter. After that, he ran errands for a couple of hours with a friend, Brian. Dalton was an insurance loss adjuster in Kalamazoo, Michigan. He'd taken on some driving for Uber in his off time just 2 weeks before. The Daltons weren't struggling financially, but he liked the idea of making some extra money to take his family to Disney World. His first trip of the day refused to get into the car because he had their family dog with him. Just after 4:30 p.m., Matt Mellon booked an Uber, but the ride did not go as planned. Initially, the drive was regular, but after they'd driven a short while, Dalton received a phone call. Although Mellon could hear the call, he wasn't really paying attention and wasn't even quite sure if the voice he heard was male or female, adult or child. Then, everything changed. He called 911 about his dangerous encounter with 45-year-old Jason Dalton.
County emergency.
Hi, I'd like to report a crazy driver. I just got an Uber to my friend's house, and on the way there, he was driving neurotic down West Main. He hit a car. He drove through the woods, and I finally just jumped out.
Where's this at? Where are you at?
I'm on Huron Street, off Nichols.
Okay.
I got his license plate number when I jumped out of the car.
Where'd you jump out of the car at?
No, I mean, he stopped because I was like, this is my destination. I just had to get out of the car because I was scared. He was driving 50 feet
in.
Well, when we tried to go right onto Nichols, you know how it kind of, there's that yield sign and there's that big patch of grass. He drove through that.
Okay, just a second. Let me get you right place, okay? Stand in line.
More calls followed from witnesses of the reckless driving, as well as the owner of the vehicle involved in the hit and run. He told the dispatcher, "He hit me pretty good. He was going like 50 miles per hour. Nobody was injured in that incident." However, as the night progressed, the 911 calls escalated. After Mellon escaped from his car, Jason Dalton sped home, where he went inside and drank a glass of water, then went down to the basement and prepared his guns, filling up the magazines. By the time he set off, he was carrying a loaded Glock 9mm semi-automatic pistol and was wearing a bulletproof vest under his jacket. Dalton called his wife to swap cars, since he had damaged his. They were going to meet at his parents' house, but instead of going straight there, he accepted a new trip. A teenager called Macy ordered an Uber, and Dalton arrived. Thankfully for her, they couldn't find each other at Meadows Townhomes in Richland. Sadly, as a result, the driver approached Tiana Carruthers, who was crossing the parking lot with her daughter and some other children at the same apartment complex the second rider was supposed to be at. Dalton asked if she was Macy, and when the mother said she wasn't, he drove off, then circled back and shot her. Of the 14 shots he fired, 4 hit Carruthers. No one else was injured.
Where did they shoot at?
County emergency.
Yeah, hello, I need a ambulance, police at. Please hurry up. Somebody fire shots.
Okay, listen.
She on the ground. I don't know if she hurt.
Okay, ma'am, give me the number again.
In front of in Savannah Trace Townhome.
Okay, so female's down. She's been shot.
Coming. Don't move.
Okay, where's the person that shot her?
I don't know. The car sped off, please.
Okay, ma'am, we're going to get the people going there, okay? I just need you to stay on the phone so I can get further, okay?
Okay. Yep. I don't believe it's happening out here. Please don't move. Please don't move. They coming, okay? Please don't move. We got the kids. Please don't move. Just stay there. Okay, we'll get them. You just calm down. Don't move. We got them. Don't worry about it. Yeah, they was in the car. They sped off.
Did you see what kind of car?
Did anybody see what kind of car it was? They saw it. They didn't know what kind. What color was it? It was a silver car. That's all we know. It sped off so fast.
Silver car? Okay.
I mean, it was like about 9 shots. Okay, they coming, hon. They coming.
Okay, everybody's on the way. I'm still going to put you on hold for a second so we can get ambulance and rescue, okay?
Okay, please.
Multiple neighbors called 911 after hearing the gunshots. Tiana was rushed to the hospital to undergo a number of surgeries. As Dalton sped off, he clipped another car. From the apartment block, he raced to his parents' house. Just down the road from the meadows, he went through a red light at about 80 miles an hour and sideswiped a car for the second time in 2 hours. Initially, it was said that Carol thought nothing was off with her husband. It later came out that he told her he was having trouble with the taxi people and that another driver had shot at him. Dalton fetched a loaded gun for his wife, telling her that she could not go back to work anymore and the kids could not go back to school. When she asked what he was talking about, Dalton replied that as soon as she saw something on the news, she'd know it was related to him. Shortly after 10 p.m., the driver cut through Sealy Kia, where a Dalton fatally shot Richard and Tyler Smith, a father and a 17-year-old son who were looking at cars. Earlier that day, the teen had spent time looking at cars with his girlfriend, Alexis Cornish, who was also 17. When the father and son got out to look at a blue Ford pickup truck, Cornish stayed in the back seat of the car. Dalton arrived at the lot, parked in front of the dealership offices, then approached the pair on foot, walking past the Range Rover without seeing Alexis. He was near the Smiths before they noticed him. After a brief conversation, Dalton shot the father and son. A witness said even after they had both fallen to the ground, he fired more shots. Alexis hid in the back seat of the Range Rover until the shooter was gone. She had left her phone at her boyfriend's house, so she had to retrieve his from his body. A nearby witness called 911 to report the shooting.
Kalamazoo County 911.
Hi, we just drove by the Kia. What road are we on? A 94 Business, and a guy just shot some people in the parking lot.
Okay. Are you still near the scene?
Yeah, we're at the Burger King, a couple of places down. There's a car sitting in the lot. I can't tell. That's some kind of SUV.
Okay. All right. Did you hear shots fired? Is that?
Yeah, that's what made us look. And there were two guys laying on the ground and one guy pointing a gun at them.
All right. Hold on. You're actually within Kalamazoo City's jurisdiction. I'm going to transfer you over to them, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yep, just stay on the line. 911, where's your emergency?
Hi, we're on Business 94. We passed the Kia dealership, and we just passed with somebody shooting a gun at two people lying on the ground.
Okay, okay. The Kia dealership where?
It's on Business 94 in Kalamazoo. We are pulled into the Burger King, which is a couple businesses down. There's a Tuffy Auto Center. I'm sorry, we're not in the area.
Okay, so you're on Stadium Drive?
We're close to 131.
Okay.
I think it's Stadium Drive.
Okay. Did you see who the person was that was shooting?
No, I just turned because we heard gunshots, and there was a man standing there pointing a gun at two people lying on the ground. We could see the smoke from his gun and hear it as we drove by, and we just pulled in. I don't know, we're probably 150 yards from them. There's an SUV still sitting in the parking lot.
Okay, what color is the SUV?
It's gray.
How many shots did you hear?
How many shots? At least 4.
Heard 4 shots?
Yeah.
All right, and you said the people are laying on the ground still?
We can't see them. There's cars blocking our way, but the SUV that was parked there is still there. It's running with their, brake lights on. The Kia is 4102 Stadium Drive.
Okay, what is your name, ma'am? And what is your last name? And you're at the Burger King?
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
I'm trying to get further.
Okay. All right, ma'am. I'm going to go ahead and get an ambulance on the way. Is the person that's shooting still there? Did you see?
I can't tell. I can't see anyone. If we move farther in the parking lot, we might be able to see.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable pulling up to see if the person is still there?
No, because we don't know if the guy is still there.
Okay. Okay. What kind of vehicle are you in?
We are in a black truck.
All right. Would you feel comfortable if our officer gave you a call on your telephone or made contact with you at the Burger King?
No, that's fine. There's still people lying on the ground. Looks like at least 2.
Okay. Okay.
They're right underneath the Sealy Auto Group new and used sign in the parking lot.
Okay. All right. Well, we have several officers on the way. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we're fine. Just sitting here until someone arrives.
Okay. All right.
There's definitely at least 2 people on the ground.
Okay. I'm going to keep you on the phone until our officers arrive on location, okay, in case anything happens. Did you happen to see anything else that you can think of as far as a description of the male?
I just know that he was white and had like a full head of hair, probably light colored gray or blonde. Other than that, I mean, we were driving by, okay, one police officer is just pulling in. Other than that, we were driving by at like 50 miles an hour. The only reason I turned is because I heard the gunshots.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect with you right now. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and have an officer get in contact with you via telephone. Or if you feel comfortable waiting there, that's fine.
When we can wait. The cop car just pulled in, so he's in the parking lot right now.
All right. Sounds good. Then go ahead and sit tight, and then we'll have an officer come over and make contact with you, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Dalton carried on across town, down Interstate 94, where he pulled into a Cracker Barrel restaurant in Oshtemo and pulled the trigger again. The victims were 4 women over 60. Mary Lou Nee, Mary Jo Nee, Dorothy Brown, and Barbara Hawthorne, and a 14-year-old, Abigail Kopf. They had met up for dinner at the Cracker Barrel, then carpooled to see a performance of Chinese acrobatics on campus. The 2 women had gone back to the Cracker Barrel parking lot purely so they could split back into 2 parties before heading home.
Kalamazoo County 911.
I'm at the Kalamazoo Cracker Barrel, and there's been gunshots in a car.
There's gunshots in a car?
Yes.
Okay, has anybody been hit?
2 cars have been shot up. There's 3 people in 1 car, and 1 guy is not moving.
Do you have a vehicle? Where is the shots fired from?
Dad, I got it. We are at Kalamazoo Cracker Barrel.
Yep, we're at Cracker Barrel. I got that. Where's the vehicle where they were shot from?
They're both in the parking lot.
They're both in the parking lot? What's the vehicle that fired the gun?
It's a blue HHR, dark blue, and it drove off right as we pulled up.
With the blue HHR?
Yeah.
Do you have a plate or anything? Which way did they go?
No, because right as we pulled up, he was pulling out, and he just took off out of the entrance.
All right, you said it was a blue HHR, correct?
Yes.
All right, hold on just a second.
Okay, can I get an ambulance to this?
Get an ambulance.
Okay.
Get an ambulance. All right, are they breathing?
1 is not. Are you guys all okay? Okay, so this 1 car is okay. The other one is a minivan, and the passenger is not moving.
Passenger's not moving?
No.
Did you see who the person was?
No,
the
because
driver?
right as we pulled up, they flew out of here.
Sir, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you at right now?
I'm right behind both of the cars.
Both of the cars?
Yes.
Right, don't hang up, okay? I'm going to throw you on hold just a second, okay? Don't hang
no
up.
problem.
Sir, are you still there? Sir, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your name? Are you out with officers right now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna put your information in here so they can speak with you, okay?
Okay.
2 cars full of carnage were left behind. As first responders arrived on the scene, they could hardly believe what they saw. Then, suddenly, there was a small glimmer of hope. 14-year-old Abby Kopf, who'd been out to dinner and a show with her grandma Barb, and the other victims had been shot in the head but was alive. The teen was rushed to surgery at Bronson Hospital. Doctors treating 14-year-old Abigail had called a time of death, and the body was maintained so her organs could be harvested for transplant. And then, breathing and a heartbeat were detected. A miracle. She then squeezed her mother's hand once, and then again after a prompt. Miraculously, the 14-year-old survived. Meanwhile, Dalton had simply resumed picking up Uber fares, once again shuttling people back and forth from bars in downtown Kalamazoo for a few dollars each, just as he might have on any other night. And only on this night, he was driving around with a loaded murder weapon hidden in his coat. Some passengers even asked him if he was the shooter, and he denied it. Finally, at 12:40 a.m. the following morning, a Kalamazoo County deputy pulled over Dalton in downtown Kalamazoo, driving a black Chevy HHR and wearing a bulletproof vest. He surrendered and was arrested. The driver was charged with murder for each of the 6 who died, and attempted murder for the 2 who were injured. As the community buried the victims and supported the survivors, years of legal delays and appeals plagued the case. During a police interrogation with Dalton, he explained to officers why he committed the brutal murders.
I'm not a killer, and this is what I know that I have killed. I know that you guys are gonna have a hard time believing this, but it literally took over mind and body.
The Uber app?
Yes. was red when I first started.
Okay.
I switched from red to black.
Okay.
When it's in that black mode,
Yeah.
it literally has control of you.
The shooter's court-appointed lawyer applied for a competency test, but the psychologist found Dalton fit to stand trial. During court proceedings, his attorney fought for and won the right to keep his confession out of evidence. Multiple witnesses and victims came forward with their testimony, including Tiana Carruthers. While relaying her story, Dalton had a very public courtroom meltdown. From then onwards, he appeared via video. The survivor of the car lot shooting and Tyler Smith's girlfriend, Alexis Cornish, also testified during the trial.
Looked at him and they put their hands up and they said, "What are you doing?" And they fell down. And that's when I ducked behind the seat so he couldn't look at me.
Finally, after 3 years, the Kalamazoo County awoke from a nightmare that turned out to be real, and the horrible story got its last chapter. Jason Dalton pleaded guilty to 16 charges Monday, including 6 counts of murder. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Victim impact statements were given by the family members.
Now my gears turn thinking, why would you hurt me? I pause, replay, and relive every single moment. Pause, play, rewind, slow, fast. I just can't keep living in the past. But it feels so fresh waking up in cold sweats that you, Jason Dalton, might come again and empty a full clip. You tried to kill us all. You failed. I'm standing here, right here, in your face, in front of you. How does it make you feel? Look at me. How does it make you feel?
She wasn't just an aunt. She was my close confidant.
And I trust that the Almighty God will haunt you eternally, starting now, with the fact that you are nothing but a pile of worthless evil. Worthless. I hope the prison system and your prison mates serve as an endless reminder that you are nothing but worthless, despicable evil.
When the detective sat my mom and I down and told us that my brother and my dad had been shot and killed, I couldn't feel a thing. I was emotionally numb and I felt like time had stopped.
Local news station Wood TV 8 followed teen survivor Abby Kopf's recovery. After multiple surgeries, she managed to start high school in 2017. Kopf suffered from daily headaches and seizures as a result of the shooting.